Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bunny Vision Movie Night. And we are watching Mothra. I am Chester C. Busby III, bringing this to you. And of course, I'm sitting here with this panel and everything, and we're going to be talking to them in a minute. But do keep it in mind, we have all those wonderful links down below. We'd love you to check out, particularly for our fan speak. And if you want to be on this show or any of our other shows, just contact me through the Facebook or Twitter link you see down below, and I'll happily interact and get you where you need to go. And I'm getting some kind of wonderful music beeps telling me something is happening. That must be notifications for this show. Awesome. That means they're going out. And Moxrox 103, you got to explain to me what the numbers 1103 mean, Moxrox. But he says, Mothra. Yeah, and I agree. Yeah. Now, I haven't seen Mothra since I was little, so I'm really looking forward to it. What, Thundero?
Just the things you do. I haven't seen Mothra in probably since I was little too. Actually, since watching like an old sci-fi channel late Saturday night when they would show a bunch of Japanese kaijin movies and stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. And I got some interesting little information to give along the way too, because I live here. But what do you mean things I do? Please elaborate upon that comment.
Screaming Mothra is one of those things.
Hey, I'm having fun, dude.
Good.
Yeah. But of course, other than Thundero, the one who holds oily things, we also have other people with us. We have George. Hey, George. George. Let's see how many times I have to say it this time. George.
Hello? No, don't say it 3 times. Don't say it 3 times.
How you doing, man?
Good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a little mothy.
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound good. But thanks for joining us. And of course, we have the Denali Lama himself. How you doing, dude? And now he's going to make me say it 3 times. Denali Lama, Denali Lama, Denali Lama. I'm cursed forever now.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing well. I just wanted you to say that. That's Beetlejuice.
I know. I felt that. I could feel the vibe coming all the way from Florida. Let me see here. Moxrox 1103 says Mox is short for Moxie Rocks. Comes from when I served music on IRC for rock music 1103. I was born 11. So November 3rd. Oh, okay. So you used to be a DJ, is what I'm getting from that. And you were born on November 3rd. Sweet. I get it. I like Mox Rocks. That is pretty cool. Yeah. And we get some really cool names over here, huh? Not saying that Theodane Thundero isn't a great name, but
that's what you're just saying.
Yeah. A little bit. But I do love one of my favorite ones is the watermelon platypus. That's a cool name. And what's that other one? Something terrier. It's just awesome name.
Rumble Terrier.
Rumble Terrier. That is so awesome. I love that name, dude. Rumble Terrier. I'm just Chester. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, you're just a cartoon character. That's all.
Am I?
Busby.
Fine.
The third.
Sounds like a Hanna-Barbera.
Chester Cornelius Bugsby the third.
Sounds like
Flintstone. What are you doing, Flintstone? I couldn't imagine. Yeah.
But hey, it's the name I was born with, and I'm happy and proud of it. Actually, when I was a kid, I hated my name, but now that I'm an adult, I love it. Actually, yeah, because I got the Busby thing, was every time there was a bee anywhere nearby, it was a Busby, right? Stupid kids, and of course, Chester is just one of those oddly archaic names.
Wait a minute. Did you have teachers saying Chester?
A lot of my teachers were asses, to be honest with you. There were a few good ones, but some of them were really asses, and it's like they would definitely not have a job today in this environment. I know that, but yeah, it is what it is. But it's funny. A lot of people who are named John or something like that, and making fun of my name when I was a kid. Of course, John is a biblical name. It's a lot older than my name. My name just is a short for Castium, which means fort or castle. It's a Roman word, right? So my name's only a couple thousand years old. So there, elementary school bullies.
My first and middle name are both extremely old as well. My real ones, not Thundaro and Theodane. Well, Theodane is too, but I don't think Thundaro is a real name. I hope not.
Now, of course, as I said earlier, guys, we are going to be watching Mothra, and we start about 10 minutes after. Just keep in mind that those links are sitting right there in the chat, and we'd love to get you guys all over there. If you haven't clicked them yet, please do click them. But all you have to do is go to www.rabb.it and join up. It's pretty easy. It's a standard joining thing. There is a little bit of work you need to do, but other than that, Dave says David is Hebrew for beloved, I think. Oh, there you go, David. Your favorite troll, Joshua. Joshua is the best name. Okay, there you go. But once again, very old names. But yeah, elementary school kids are horrible. Children are horrible. They're little monsters.
Correct.
It's
Correct.
true.
They are the worst form of humans. That's right.
They are. They are. It's true. But let me go ahead and switch over to my nice little slideshow I got here. Oh, look at the color. Look at it. It's so colorful.
Oh my gosh, was this movie in color?
I think
yes, it was.
Yeah. Now, which Mothra are we watching, by the way?
61.
61, right? And are we watching the Western release or the Japanese release with subs?
Japanese release with subs.
Japanese release with subs. That should be interesting. All right. And isn't he so cute? Look at him. He's so cute.
I never watched this movie in color.
I think there is a black and white version, but and this might be the black and white version actually. Denali, you sure it's the color version?
It's the color version.
The colorized one. Okay. The interesting thing before we get into the movie here, we got a couple minutes. The interesting thing about Mothra is for a Western person, there's nothing scary about a moth. It's just like a type of butterfly for most people, right? It's not scary. There's nothing intimidating about a moth. It's just a moth, right? But here in Japan, they have this deathly fear of moths. They really do. When I have like a moth might fly into, like in the summer, I might have a window open or something like that, and a moth fly in, the kids lose their damn mind. And I don't know what it is. Baby doll, baby. We got
now we know
questions.
their weakness. Bring a whole bag of living moth.
Yeah, baby
Scare
doll.
them.
Why do Japanese fear moths? Okay, so she's informing me that their moths are much creepier than Western moths. It's not true. It's not true at all.
They're
Yeah.
oh.
So what? They carry swords or something?
Okay, I'm gonna get in trouble already. Look how fast I'm getting in trouble.
Don't mention her leg length. Leave the
I
length of her
won't.
legs out of this.
That was a mistake. Yeah, but I do have to say the moths they have here are literally gigantic. They really are huge. I've seen them the size of my hand, and I got a big old paw.
So what you're saying is they're birds?
They're huge, dude. Yeah, some of them are the size of finches at least. Yeah, yeah. Seriously. Well, at least the wingspan is. But so I don't know what it is, but they really, really fear moths over here. Seriously, and that was something that shocked me when I came over here. But that explains a little bit of Mothra because from our Western point of view, it's like, huh? It's a bit weird, right? But it makes sense if you're inside the Japanese culture. So But I'm still look how cute it is. So cute. Anyway, it's 10 minutes past. We got ourselves how many people in the room? Oh, we got about 6 of us in here. Awesomeness. So it's 10 past. We're going to go ahead and start the movie. So 3, 2, 1, and off we go. We are watching the movie here. And this is in Toho Scope.
Holy cow! There goes my ears.
Yeah,
Woo!
no, louder. Well, you can control that volume over here on the side on your own too, as well as
I've turned
Denali is.
almost to the very bottom, and it's still way too loud. Hang on.
Ooh, Mothra. Mothra, actually. All right. Ooh, look at all the Japanese.
That only one person in this panel can read.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When the movies had the credits at the start.
Yeah, they don't do credits like they used to, huh? But that's all right. Things evolve.
Yeah, you could thank George Lucas for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these girls are very famous in Japan. The ones that they just came on the screen right there. Ooh, we got some Korean people in the movie too. That's
Interesting.
interesting. I didn't know that.
Surprised that
I'm
was
pretty sure.
allowed.
I'm pretty sure they're all the bad guys in the film.
Maybe. Hopefully. The puppeteers from Mothra are all Korean. There you go.
Mm.
Legendary director.
I love how they put their legendary director.
Oh wow, we're starting out with a typhoon again. I think we saw that in the last Godzilla movie, didn't we?
Yep.
Guess we got to start all these monster movies with a typhoon.
They're all natural disasters. That's the whole.
That's true. It is true. Number 8. You know, they don't name their typhoons here. They literally just number them. How boring.
That
Isn't
might be
it
the
because you?
thing I've ever heard. They number their number their typhoons.
They do.
Isn't it because you guys have so many typhoons per year that it's not even worth naming them anymore?
I don't know. I guess we get 20 some a year.
Yeah. So
My goodness, how does anything get done over there?
Well, maybe that's why they're so efficient.
Yeah.
They're always having to fix stuff. Honto, it's a Koromoshima. I didn't. That's actually means child island. That's weird. You think that's translated correctly, baby? Koromoshima.
Shima's Island, Koromo.
Is there another meaning for Koromo? No, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, they're having trouble. Now he looks like a captain, though. I mean, come on, that's perfect casting. All right, even that looks like a captain, right?
Yeah.
But you got to keep in mind with a typhoon, even though it's the same type of weather and pattern, it's not the same because a hurricane's coming up out of the Caribbean. They're getting hot water and they're hitting land very quickly. So the ferocity of the wind is the real issue more so than the rain. I mean, it's case by case, but the wind is usually a bigger issue than the rain. Whereas here, they're coming from way down in the Pacific, so they're very. By the time they get here, the wind it's not really that big a deal. It's the rain, the flooding. So they
Right.
really they affect us very differently. Now I know Houston and such got hit with a big flooding problem. It happens sometimes, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now I wonder, was this made in color or is it just colorized?
I think it's colorized because I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure there's a black and white version.
I do remember a black and white version. Yeah, they're humans. He didn't say that. He said they're people.
Maybe he wanted to be very specific about what type of people.
No, he said hito. He didn't say ningen. Hito means people. Ningen means human, right? Put your clothes on.
Kind of degenerate.
That is an ugly little coastline they found, boy.
Yeah, it is.
Because Japanese coastline is usually quite beautiful, actually. I wonder which island this is. They're calling
It's
it the Child
Infant-
Island or Infant
Infant
Island.
Island. Yeah.
Well, actually, the word they're using would be child, not baby. Yeah.
I wonder if it's northern. Like looks very
Like a,
muck.
yeah, maybe it's up toward Hokkaido. I don't know. Scientist. Oh, this dude. He's famous. He's a pretty boy. If you didn't know, he's not.
Anacite? Wow.
He's not a pretty boy. No. Whoa, that was perfect timing. Now that's a Chinese man that just went by. That's not Japanese at all.
It's interesting. Even over in Japan, they typecast them.
I guess. Ooh, he's got that Clark Gable thing going on. Oh wow, his Japanese is horrible. Really bad.
It is interesting. The more that you watch Japanese films and TV and things, even Westerners like myself, I can start to tell the difference between the ethnicities of Asians, of East Asians.
Oh yeah, well, I've been here. It's easy to tell now.
Typical business giving cards
Well, no, he
to.
didn't actually do it correctly. You're supposed to give it with both hands, with the thumbs on top, holding it, and you're supposed to bow as you hand it over. That was absolutely incorrect.
You
Oh,
must
the,
be a Korean found one.
Well, his Japanese is horrible as well, so he could be Korean. Wow, that's really bad. Why would they have bad Japanese speakers in the movie? It's weird.
maybe just to show that they're not natives.
Maybe. He speaks Japanese though. He is a fluent speaker.
Yeah.
Hmm. Now they're intentionally using the Western word infant because in the beginning they were saying koromo no shima.
Hmm.
I guess they just kept infant just for consistency purposes.
Oh, why not? It's fine. Maybe they just picked. That's why they were translating that way from the beginning. Now this you obviously could tell that this Western guy's Japanese is horrible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kumunji do de la do de do da.
It's easy to understand. That's a good thing. This guy's ridiculously hard to follow. He's a marble mouth guy, mealy
Yeah.
mouth. It's such a typical Japanese female actress. Now the more I listen to him, maybe he is Japanese. It's just he's so mealy mouthed. His Japanese is really it's very natural the way he's saying it, even though it's a mess.
Hmm.
I match that one. When he actually doesn't muffle it, then it's you can understand it a little bit better.
Yeah. Ooh, handsome lead man reveal. Oh, oh, it's a fat Japanese kid. You know how rare that is?
Especially way back then.
Yeah, they're very rare. You don't see them there because Japanese are really active in their schools. They have a thing called undokai, which is, of course, sports day or field day, but they take it a lot more serious than we do. I mean, they take months of practice and preparation for a single day of sport, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's kind of wasteful, but I mean, meaning that Japanese kids, you don't find fat kids.
The editor is that guy from Seven Samurais.
No thanks.
Yeah, why is this in the movie? I don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't belong.
To break the ice.
I suppose, yeah.
don't know. Chester, was he that editor guy from the Seven Samurais film?
I'm not sure. I'm not really good with names, dude.
There you go, Wade. Chester doesn't know.
Chester doesn't know.
Uh-oh. What's the occasion? Chester doesn't know?
Well, hey, no, hold on a second now. There's a lot of things I don't know, actually. Shows you how old this is. Lemuria would be what the common conspiracy theory would be. Thank you very much, sir.
Mm-hmm. That explains Aquaman.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's in the middle of a desert. Aquaman in the middle of the desert. Whose brilliant idea was that? Yeah, we're going to take Aquaman to the driest place on Earth. Yeah.
Well, I think in the movie they said that it was originally underwater.
Yeah, I know, but it's still stupid.
Again, the 12,000 BC incident comes back in the movies.
It does.
Conspiracy.
There's so many movies that take those old stories, dude. And you know what really opened it up was when you get a bunch of those writers like Von Doniken and Sitchin and those guys in the late '60s and '70s started translating and talking about those Mesopotamian legends so much. It really opened it up. So many movies are based on those things these days.
Stock model
Wow,
behind.
really bad Japanese. There are so many bad Japanese speakers in this movie. Wow, my Japanese is better than that.
Now he's just bragging.
No, I mean it is. That's meaning it shouldn't be. Is my point, right?
Yeah.
Because no matter how long I live here, I'll always have I'll always sound like a foreigner, right?
Right.
Hey, we got a lot more people in here. Sweet. And if you guys are on the other side and you're trying to figure out what we're doing, we're watching Mothra, guys. Just go ahead and hit that link that's in the chat. Come over here to www.rabb.it/Denali and join us in this room and watch Mothra with us, man. Hey, baby doll, can you come here for a minute? Sweetie. Oh, there's a guy in this movie. When he comes back up, I'll show you. I just want you to tell me because his Japanese is so it's like Takashi when he speaks, right? This guy, is he famous? Huh? What's his name? He's a famous actor. Okay, so he is a famous Japanese actor. He's just incredibly mealy mouthed. Boy, that is a really fat kid.
He's like a fat cat. That's why they cast him.
Maybe, yeah. But I know with me, I mean, if you get fat as an adult, I mean, that's not as big a deal. But in your childhood years, you really want to keep the kids lean and athletic. It's good for their body as an adult, right? You don't want them to be, you don't want to have fat kids and soft bodies when they're a kid. It's no good for their future, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's true, dude.
Unfortunately, it's a downright epidemic in America.
Yeah, they need to deal with that. I mean, my daughter did ballet since she was very little, and she's still in a very tight shape. My son did all manner of sports, and he's in really good shape. I mean, it's they might get fat later, but their core body is set, right?
Right.
But then again, in Japan, it's not so easy to get fat, really.
It's also the best time to set your metabolism, your metabolic rate as you're growing up. It's much harder to change when you're older.
Yeah, it's true.
Of course, that's everything when it comes to being thin or not thin.
Now we're talking about a lot of stuff, but we're not talking about the movie because nothing's really happening with this movie.
Not
Uh,
yet.
we we have the newspaper guy who's putting his nose in everywhere. They're trying to find out about this storm and these people, and there's some kind of spy garbage going on. But am I missing the story? Have I missed something?
No, just too long of a build up to get to the good stuff.
Yeah, shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head. We need some action. Ooh, that was an evil mwahaha laugh. It's a very tiny gun. It's interesting how dismissive he is of a gun, right? So, Rolishikan government, where the hell's that?
I
Made up
think it's
land.
yeah, you just made up. When the Japanese, well, maybe not so much then, but nowadays, I would think they would be very leery of a gun. It's not very common over there for people to have guns.
Oh, that's why I mentioned it. They would freak out like crazy. But the Japanese have become incredibly soft, as far as those things go.
That's a shame.
Is it? I think a softer, milder Japan's better than the absolute terror that they used to be.
Well, I mean, they don't need to be genocidal, but
True.
I think if you're scared of just seeing a firearm, it's a level of weakness that should not be tolerated in a
It's true.
former great warrior culture that was Japan.
Well, they just switched their warriors over to the business suit and tie, right?
Yeah, that's the modern day battlefield anyway.
It is. I said, this newspaper dude, he gets everywhere, man. He's badass. He should be like a spy or something.
Mothra 2.
All he has to
Jap-
do is not speak very well, and people just let him go places because they don't know what he's saying.
The reporter is a cabin boy. That's what it said, right? Yeah. Zen and gun safety. That's interesting. Oh God, it's so Japan.
Well,
Now he has a diving suit on. This reporter is badass. That's all I'm gonna say. But look, their diving suits have collars, right? It's just
yeah,
or whatever suit. I guess these are radiation suits or whatever. It's just, of
these are
course they
terrible
do.
radiation suits, but yeah.
But I mean, but of course they have collars, right? I mean, it's just so Japanese.
Well, they need to keep etiquette up, Chester. Come on now.
It's true. It is true. It's
They're
very
not like
important.
barbaric Americans who.
Well, now you say that actually. Ooh, it's verdant and green. Look at that matte painting. That's not a bad matte painting, actually. You don't see these used much anymore. That's not a bad matte painting. I don't know that they blended it so well, but I love it when I see good matte paintings. It's a old technique we don't see much
Oh yeah,
anymore.
it's
Um,
expensive nowadays.
uh,
That's what do it.
but actually, on the etiquette thing, when I came over here, of course, I had the same image that everybody else did. That Japan is this ultra etiquette place, dude. They're laid back compared to us. Western people's etiquette is ridiculously strict comparatively.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, it's weird. You wouldn't expect it. I was shocked by it, but especially like our
well,
table manner etiquette and just in general etiquette, we have a lot of rules in Western culture, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you can belch at the dinner table.
You know what I mean, George?
well,
I mean,
isn't the that perception is because they're being super etiquette towards stranger, but once they're more familiar and like all normal things, they kind of loosen up.
the Japanese are always what they are actually, whereas we shift more. If we're in a more comfortable environment, we drop a lot of etiquette. Or Japanese are kind of always the same. It's
Hmm.
just the etiquette is much more relaxed. It's more practical. But then again, that word practical and Japan should be together in the dictionary, right? Because I mean that's what they are. They're ultra
More efficient.
practical.
So
Yeah, they're much more efficient. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we're
Nope.
starting to get into something here. This is kind of interesting. This what is it supposed to be? A prehistoric or alien landscape? I don't know. It's actually
Right.
pretty nice sets, actually.
Well, and you know what's interesting is if this was a modern movie, we would have been here like about minutes in the movie.
True.
Yeah, no setup at all.
Yeah. Those are actually really nice sets, dude.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
The rocks could use a little work, but the rest of it looks good.
Yeah, the moai is a bit off.
Hmm.
You know the moai. You know, an interesting thing about the moai is there's a lot of theories now that the moai, the Easter Island, was actually used as a kind of giant graveyard to represent kings from around around the colonies of the ancient whatever that ancient culture was.
Hmm.
But this current kind of line that looking at Easter Island as an actually like gravestone island for
Hmm.
great kings is kind of really interesting, I think. Oh my God, help it, help it. Twist it a little bit more. Get your arm in there. Yeah. Make sure it looks like, yeah, there you go. You got it. Achira.
Inter-
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh,
Those tentacles can actually squeeze through the hard part of his suit. Wow.
now you see those little girls you just saw, these young ladies. Those two girls are twins, right? And they're called the Peanuts here in Japan. Those girls are very, very famous. And they sing the song, of course, for Mothra here in this movie. But interesting little note about these twins in Japan, not too long ago, actually, just recent history. The Japanese are deathly afraid of twins. They have a very heavy superstition on twins as being extremely bad luck, like evil bad luck.
Hmm.
So much so that the Japanese, if a twin was born, they would choose one of them and kill it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah. Now they don't do that anymore, of course.
When did they
But
stop?
this is what they used to do, and I'm still curious. I'm going to have to do research on it because I want to know what are they that afraid of. That's an extreme action, right?
Yeah.
To
Wasn't the old story is it's because one of the twins didn't come with a soul. It was just a
um,
doppelganger.
a doppelganger. There might be, but I mean, that's an extreme action, though, Denali, to kill. And this is a civilized culture over here, right? The Japanese, and they have their primitiveness. They have their, we are all human. We do bad things, but that's an extreme action to murder a newborn, right?
When did this
But
thing stop? When did this practice stop?
I
Do
would
you know?
say around Meiji time when Commodore Perry came over the black ships and they started having the Meiji Reformation here in Japan. So I'd say about toward the end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th century.
Good God.
Yeah. But another interesting thing, until that Reformation, and that probably up into the early 20th century, the majority of Japanese families had no family name. They only had a given name, right? It wasn't until that time that they started taking actual given, excuse me, family names. So for me, from an anthropological point of view, it's really interesting to take a look at the naming convention because pretty much everyone I meet in Japan, their name is 100 or less than 100 years old, their family name. So it's really interesting to see how what they were thinking in such a modern time in a Japanese mind.
Hmm. It
So
is interesting.
what was the naming convention before the first name and last name?
First son, second son, third son, like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
It's almost like the Greek culture.
Well, it's not. Uh,
Firstborns are named after the grandfather.
yeah. Well, over here, being an individual is not important. You're a part of a community, so your identity is the community, not yourself. Right? That's the very Asian thinking, right?
Oh, so that's why was it Charlie Chan in his mysteries? He would say, "This is my number one son. This is my
Yep.
number two son."
Yep. That's
You
right.
never actually hear their names at all.
You know that really famous baseball player. His name is Ichiro.
Yeah.
Hmm.
First son. Ichi one ro. Right? Huh?
Niji is wouldn't it be Niji like second son or
What?
something?
Wow, that's interesting. Junko is telling me that the Ichiro means first son, but she said actually he's the second son. They don't understand why the father named him first son.
He was
That's
the
weird. I
favorite
didn't.
right away.
When
First boy, yeah, I know. First son, yeah. First boy, yeah. Yes, these are the peanuts. Aren't they cute? They're cute. They're a little too small to do anything with, but hey, better ball player. Ichiro is a living legend, actually, in baseball.
Yes.
Hi, wave, wave, wave.
Creeping
One
out all the
of the
Japanese
best
with their
hitters of all time.
twinness.
It is, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. He touched them. Da 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 da. uh, no, that's just such a Japanese girl thing to do. Uh oh, the natives are on him. This movie has nothing to do with no moths.
Yes, we are how long in and we still have seen no hide nor hair of a moth?
No, right? Right? We started 10 after, so we're about almost 30 minutes in. Oh, that's a blonde Japanese person.
What the heck was wrong with
A
his face?
Yankee?
Well, when the Asian puts blonde on their head, it's really weird. It's very alien. It doesn't work for them. And I keep telling them, stop doing it.
Yeah.
Wow, his Japanese is horrible. This is just horrible. Yeah, here, let me have them. Give them to me, these dolls.
They're very clearly living women, Jester. Come on.
Oh my God. I have not seen this since I was a kid, right? And now watching it now that I've actually lived in Japan for, 20 years, boy, is this different. Oh, the production value for the time is actually really good.
Yeah. It's not bad at all, actually.
No.
I think they've just spent a little too much time trying to get this journalist guy over.
Yeah, I don't think they have. Yeah. It's especially because he's so mealy mouthed, man. It's really hard for me to follow him.
Hmm.
So, just researching it, it says Japanese mother can believe that to bear more than one child at a time is a bestial act and it's barbarous. So, it's one of the reasons why they killed the
Oh, so
baby.
it's like a dog or a cat would have multiple pups in a litter or kits in a litter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. That's
Doing that so much, they would eventually have, especially since they were very isolated, it would have just not happened anymore, or very, 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 even more rare than anywhere else.
Well, twins, I've never seen one in Japan. So, I mean, they are rare.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Where in America, I mean, yeah, I don't think you can go to this age and not have met at least one or two twins, right? Because I know I had a couple in my school growing up, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, but over here they're extra. I've never met one. Baby, you ever met a twin before, baby? You have. What do you mean, mochiron? Where? Oh, really? Okay, I've been corrected. So there, I have met a twin. I just didn't know it.
Oh,
They just can't be in the same room together. Start creeping everybody out.
Oh, yeah, right, right. But actually, we might want to one of these days have a conversation, maybe on TFT. We can have a show where we talk about the weird customs of humans throughout history, because boy, there are some freaky stuff we've done throughout the ages.
throughout history, even now. some parts of the world. They do some very weird things.
Yeah,
Well,
weird.
Eating pizza with a spoon. That's the.
What? We do not eat pizza with utensils.
Is just degenerate right there. That should be
That is
punishable.
degenerate.
It's offensive.
Well, you know, a lot of people who eat with their spoons or fork, they're also lovers of pineapples. I'm understood.
Are you trying to bring up the Polynesia Atlantis connection again? God. To get a
You know, the only
moth,
time
light a
I
candle. Yeah, right.
really eaten pizza with a fork is when it was like a giant piece that it would be very awkward to put in my mouth like a normal piece.
Okay, I don't know anything about putting awkward things in mouths. You know, watch it. But did you catch what he just said? He's talking about the various Polynesian dialects. What do you talk about dialects? They don't even have a written language.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Although you do realize that the Polynesians and Native Americans, they have a direct connection to wherever the Japanese are coming from. You know, they're top of the Jomon time, but not only in their syntax of their language, but also in their a lot of their facial and genetic features are very similar as well. So whatever this root is that the Japanese are, because I think the Japanese in Asia are a very old world thing, right, compared to the more modern influx and mixing of China, right? Whatever that root is the same thing that's we see in Polynesia as well as the Americas, particular.
Right.
Because South America seems to be a different. South America seems to be a different, different type of immigration or migration that went on.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Ha 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 ha! Evil laughter.
Barbarity of it all.
Didgeridoo. Did he say didgeridoo? It would be appropriate though. I love they take an old Japanese guy, make his hair blonde, and like put some black makeup on his face or ash makeup on him. Look at that! Look. Oh my God! No blood.
Oh no, they're being shot by invisible bullets that leave invisible bullet holes. And cause no bleeding. These are magic guns.
And these people are suicidal.
All they have to do all day is bang rocks together. I'd be pretty suicidal too.
That's true. I would agree with that. Look at those weird lily pads, right? Those aren't made of plastic at all.
It is interesting talking about that. That was only like, what, not even 150 years ago from what you were saying. It is interesting to see how far Japan has come in the last 150 years.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. No, ridiculous. I mean, think about just during the wartime in the 30s and 40s, early 40s, they're basically what North Korea is today, right?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it's a perfect example. Uh-oh. He prayed to the god, and the gods have listened. It's an egg. Hold on a second. Mothra. Egg? Hold on. What are you doing?
There you go. Japanese incurring the wrath of nature.
Yep.
Gaining,
Of course, I wouldn't mind to have a little meaning woman I could put on the table. That'd be kind of cool. She
Your
could sing
wife
to
is
me
rolling
all
her
day
eyes.
long. Huh?
Your wife is rolling her eyes.
She's just doing as she usually does, just ignores me. They stole the little twin miniature ladies, and the moth egg is coming. The secret fairy show. Wow. Wow. Sheep. Oh, look, it's those things you see in the back with the flowers on the stands. Those are representing an opening, a new business opening, is what that is, and they're for good luck. Anytime there's a new business open, you see those things all around.
So basically, this is the Apple Store opening of the 60s.
It's yeah. If you know, ultimately, if you're gonna have some little teeny ladies, imagine how much money you can make off of that. I mean, really.
It's also interesting. You hear all this talk, especially from Westerners, about how atheistic the Japanese are, but they're extremely superstitious.
They are very superstitious, but they have no ethos, though.
Yeah.
Understand that. They have zero ethos over here, which makes it a wonderful place because they don't have any kind of religious stress at all, right?
Mm.
Where in the West, it's nothing but stress, right? They have traditions, what they have, and they're very strict about their traditions. And if you're a foreigner over here looking at it, you might think they're very religious, actually. But actually, they're not. They have no concepts of they don't even understand their histories. Like they have two books that were written in the Nara time called the Nihon Shoki and Kojiki. And those books basically are just as we saw around a similar time across the world, many collections of old stories were brought together into singular books. For instance, 1001 Arabian Nights is a collection of old stories, right, brought together. The Nihon Shoki Kojiki are the same thing, but they're also have a lot of historical information and especially things of their gods, the Shinto gods. But the Japanese, you go ask one, they know nothing. They've never read it. They have no clue. I'm literally like I throw a stone. I'm probably in a small group of people have actually read those books.
How popular is Shinto over there still?
Well, it is. Well, Shinto is life. Buddhism is death. That's that clear.
Gotcha.
So whatever is happening in your life is something that is Shinto or Shindo related, and when you die, it's all about the Bukyo. Come out of your little prison. Do what you're told. Perform.
Except you don't want these fairies to sing because they'll be calling Mothra
That's
upon
exactly
you.
what they're doing, right? Now, these girls, these twin girls, became very popular and famous from this song. They actually had a pretty long career. When did they retire, baby? When did the Peanuts retire? She doesn't know, but they're very famous.
So what are these? What's the lyrics, Chester?
Well, Mothra. Yes, it's Mothra.
Right. So what's the other lyrics? We got the Mothra part.
Well, I have to go back when these two dudes aren't talking so I can hear it.
I would venture to guess it's a lot of Mothra, just in different forms, chanting it over and over again, basically.
Junko, are they speaking Okinawan? Huh? It doesn't sound Japanese to me. I like represent. I can hear some Japanese sounds, but I maybe it's supposed to be Polynesian or okay, maybe it's Okinawan. Anyway, baby, can you check that on your phone? Can you check what are they saying in the song? Because it doesn't sound Japanese to me. The Mothra song. She's checking reluctantly, but she's checking.
This is how I get my eggs open.
Yeah, it's I don't get the egg thing. I don't get it. A
It's a
cocoon, I get.
moth egg.
It should be like a cocoon or something because they start out as worms. Maybe I don't know. It's weird.
Blackface Polynesian.
They are all blackface. They're all ashed, right? It's funny.
It's sung in.
Oh well, there you go.
Japanese.
Ray Thulu says it is sung in Malay and Japanese. Well, that's why I don't know because I don't speak Malay. All right, boom. Thank you very much.
All right. If that's the case, let me see. Okay. So they're saying Mothra, Mothra, if we were to call for help over time, over sea, like a wave, you'll come. our guardian ancient Mothra, Mothra. We're here to call for help.
On actually, I got the translation right here. It says, "Mothra, O Mothra, with your mother's might, answer our prayer. Your servant, overcome, rise and
Mhm.
show your power." Huh. Well, that's interesting. I wonder why they mixed that up, but that's kind of cool. Maybe because they wanted to sound kind of foreign to the Japanese too.
Yeah,
Thanks, baby.
they didn't want they didn't want the Japanese to realize that they were actually calling Mothra for help.
Hinamono.
If that
Strange.
doesn't summon Mothra,
Strange.
nothing will.
Well, Hinamono is our hengai yokai. It's like a
Mm.
strange creature. He said they're not human. They're strange creatures. Man, this Japanese is horrible. If that doesn't summon Mothra, nothing will. Right? Right? Yeah. Don't believe their smiles. They're bringing death and destruction upon you. Hide your sweaters, right? Oh, they do, fat kid? Why are you in here, fat kid? That was weird. That was creepy weird. Interesting. They're very creepy.
You can see she's so creeped out. It's like, I don't want to be here. Too creeped out.
She will come to rescue us, regardless of what happens to your country. And that fills us with great sadness. Yeah, you called Mothra down. It's your fault. At least the fat kid doesn't have intense amounts of knowledge about the twins for no reason, like a Kenny in a Gamera movie, right? Now he's just a fat kid. All right, the egg is coming. I love this, dude. The SJWs would lose their damn mind with this.
It's interesting. I'm surprised they haven't called for this movie to be banned as well.
No one's going to listen. We don't care. Japanese certainly don't give a shit. The Japanese can care. They kind of get a kick out of the silliness of the West, to be honest with you. Oh my goodness, blonde hair on Asians, such a bad idea.
Something about the hue of their skin, it just makes them look. I don't even know what the right word is, but not good. It doesn't look good.
No, it looks ashy.
Yeah.
Mothra. A lot of good music for Mothra. Didn't even realize that. Mothra's got tunes, man. Does Godzilla have tunes? No. Mothra has tunes.
Godzilla has
No,
roar.
no,
He does.
Godzilla. Yeah, that's right. Godzilla's got and run.
Yeah. You know who else has good tunes? I'm going to have to watch one of those movies eventually. Is Gamura or Gamera? He's got tunes too.
He
Oh yeah,
does.
totally.
Actually, he was my favorite growing up. I liked him more in Godzilla. That's a
Well,
giant flying turtle. For those you guys who don't know.
that's just blasphemy what you just said there.
No, it's not. Oh my God! A thing has come out of the egg, all clean and everything.
Interesting how musical this movie is, but the original Godzilla is very quiet musically.
Dude, but that movie has got absolute emotional movement in it.
Without a bunch of music.
Yeah.
I don't think you could see that in a disaster movie nowadays. They wouldn't do it. They'd be too
Although
afraid to
they
score.
they did have subtle music at the right time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the heck is that? That is a larval state of a Mothra, I do believe. Remember when we used to have ticker tape?
Yes. I don't remember it, but I've seen it
Oh
plenty.
no, I remember it actually. No, actually, one of my uncles had a ticker tape machine in his office.
It's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Every CinemaSins just done everything wrong with Citizen Kane. That's a perfect movie. There's nothing wrong with
Citizen
it.
Kane is a well done movie. I don't know how fun it is, but it is well done. It is considered the number one movie of all time as far as cinematography for a reason, right?
Yeah, totally.
Uh oh, it swims. A moth that swims. All right,
Oh,
now
that
write
is
that down, Denali.
that is
Goodness
terrifying.
gracious.
I can understand why they're afraid if they have swimming moths over there.
I know. I mean, God, dude.
Don't remember ever seeing this scene at all.
This giant moth is converting into the larval state through the mid swim.
I wonder if they explain in this movie why the twins are important to the natives and Mothra in particular. And maybe more importantly, why they exist. But then again, the old movies didn't have a need to explain this stuff to us.
Sometimes it's for the better, though.
I think so. Yeah.
Sometimes things just are.
These twins are super, super teeny people, by the way. I mean, in real life, they're very, very small.
Oh, breaking news. Renfamous has just been caught violating Twitter rules again.
Oh, surprising. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Infamous is just a person that's out of control, rampaging across the internet. That's all. Delusional, disturbed.
Okay, so what they explained was that they're supposed to be the voices of Mothra for the natives. So basically, what
I see.
the Japanese took the heralds of the god to be performers.
I see. Now, this song right here that they were singing, Denali, is the one that you were bringing translation of for earlier. The
Mm-hmm.
one that you were translating is what they were. That was pure Japanese, though.
Yeah.
That's that song. The one that I read that my wife gave me is the one they were singing in that weird mix of Japanese and Malay.
Mm-hmm.
Urusai. Oh, we know it's a monster, but I thought they sank in the middle of the ocean.
Survivors.
Tokyo, we just had a big trouble. Don't you guys remember the movie with Godzilla? It was horrible. It's coming again. It's your fault.
Corporate greed.
Scratch one toy boat. Yeah.
You know, that's funny that you say that. The Godzilla Shinzilla, I think it is. The one where he comes out of the water as a larvae and then grows to become Godzilla.
Shin Gojira. Yeah, Shin
Yeah,
meaning death. Yeah,
yeah,
Shin
that
Gojira. Yeah.
one. You know, well, that movie was unusual for a Godzilla movie. What I
Very.
really
Yeah.
found interesting was the level of bureaucratic maneuvering.
Oh, I see. That whole movie was really had nothing to do with Godzilla. It was about mocking and complaining to the Japanese government about the political indecision and poor timing in response to the Tohoku disaster. That big earthquake that came, and that tsunami that killed 20,000 people. Remember
Yeah,
a few years
yeah,
back? That's what that movie's about. It had nothing to do with Godzilla. It was just Godzilla was the I don't know, the MacGuffin maybe.
You know, now that you say it, it did strike me odd because there was so much um, focus on the corporate maneuvering. I mean, there was a scene in the movie where they started talking about something. Goes, okay, we should take this to the next room, and they literally get up and walk to the next room to continue their planning.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, they lied, they hid, they manipulated the media. It was really bad.
Oh, good God!
Oh, that newspaper to the face, that really hurts.
Isn't that like a high insult?
If it was with a shoe, maybe, yeah.
Uh,
Those punches were horrible.
I know. It was like
They weren't even close.
a guy a foot taller, right? Ooh, that was a nice little judo wrap though. What do they call it? I forget what they call that.
Oh,
That's
I
actually
missed.
a
I was
judo
laughing. I
maneuver.
missed it. I could probably tell you. Probably just a basic hip toss.
I know.
Judo.
I know they have a name for it, but that was pretty cool. Oh, they're dressed like the princesses is now. Go miss high. Oh,
Yes, there's is something that you guys could do: steal the girls and go back to the thing, and then Mothra will come to the main island.
yeah. That would probably be it.
Television,
Telepathy.
television.
Listen. We're testing. We just happen to be working on telepathy with electronics, and we might have a solution for you. Oscilloscope. Now, when's the last time you heard that word used, huh?
There's something about old technology, like meters and gauges and scopes and things. It's just so cool.
It's more
So much,
visual, more technical,
yeah, the
tactile. Yeah.
modern stuff.
It's about 100 meters long. That is not a joke, dude. There is a 100-meter worm swimming toward Tokyo. That is serious business. And
That's great.
This is back in the era just after the Korean War, right? And we still have those
Yeah.
really cool jets. I love the jets of that era. They were really beautiful.
hmm
It's actually the time where the honcho came out, right? We in America we know this word honcho, talking about like an ace pilot from the Korean War, but of course honcho means an area boss or a neighborhood boss in Japanese. So what was happening? These pilots in America were all in Okinawa and stuff like that, and they would fly, do their missions to Korea and come back, right? So they were living in Japan the whole time, and this is where they picked up those terminology. So I guess the pilots thought the word honcho sounded cool to them or something.
Interesting.
Yeah. Actually, I was honcho here for a while, but of course my wife did all the work. But because I'm the man of the house, it has to be under my name. See? See?
Really?
It's how it should be. But I didn't do anything. She did all of it. I did nothing. But seriously, technically, it was under my name just because of the Japanese law.
Hmm.
Huh, baby? I was honcho. She
She's
goes,
laughing.
Now what they do is they rotate it from family to family throughout their neighborhood. So every family is eventually the honcho. You have to take responsibility for your community, right? So everybody is the honcho eventually, or at least
Americans
every.
barely understand that word anymore.
No, I don't think so. That's why I was explaining it,
Yeah. No, I don't
dude.
mean
That,
You're
honor.
that,
I mean responsibility and community.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, we actually have times throughout the year where we do neighborhood cleanup, and every household must have at least one member come out and help. The Japanese have these rules, and it works really well. I just have to say these bombers are horrible. They're
Yeah.
really not professional.
Yes, they're very bad. Very, very bad.
Well, they don't want to hurt the model, as an expensive model with their firecrackers.
They're just
And now you
making.
just pissing it off.
Yep. Just making her mad. And this guy is great casting. He just looks like a absolute bad guy.
He does. It is good casting.
His face is just so not trustworthy. He looks like every shyster you've ever seen.
Mhm. And I don't know for a Western audience they would recognize that he speaks horrible Japanese or not.
No, I don't. I can't tell.
For
they
the
they they didn't show this version anyways. They just
Probably not.
overdubbed
Yeah,
it and cut it up into different,
yeah.
make it more exciting.
Oh, oh, there they go again. They're singing. They said there's nothing we can do, but they keep singing the damn song,
Well,
right?
they are women, Chester.
It's true. It is true. It is true. Don't say that too loud. She might hear it through the headphones. That's okay. I'll just remind her that I was Honcho. Hi, baby doll. Love you. Hi, hi. She said, "Can I have some coffee, sweetie?" No. All
Get your
right.
own coffee.
I don't think I'll need it, but I will use it anyway. Oh, how nice. Do you need any money for that? That is a giant phone.
Or a very
It's
small
way.
girl.
Well, I think it's about. God, she's little. No, that's just a huge phone. Look at the size of that damn thing.
Why is that phone so big?
That's a bugbear phone. That's what it is. That's good for me, dude. Yeah. No, I have that iPad tablet, the new one that just came out. It's basically a
Mhm.
iPhone 10, but it's just a big fat tablet. It's 12.9 inches or something like that. But anyway, it's for normal people. It's just gigantic. For me, it's this perfect size, right? It's just right. Because those damn little phones, man, I can't get my thumbs on my thumb covers two or three of the damn numbers I'm supposed to be typing. I literally have to type with the side tips of my thumbs. That sucks, dude. But with the tablet, it's perfect. It's chodoi.
Oh,
What's
here
that?
comes.
You're all gonna die. You're dead. That's a million dead right there. A million dead. And when dams break, we know it's bad. We've all seen Superman.
Yeah.
Yamado. Yamaero. This girl's harmony is actually pretty good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Lame special effects, John says. John's back. Hi, John. Okay, let's see. Let's see how long they can go without air. Well, we always know John's back because something sarcastic and mean has been said. Is he in here with us?
Nah, it's better this way.
It's better this way. All righty then. All right.
Man, Denali just throwing shade at Dillard. I like it.
Yeah. Don't mess with Denali. He ain't playing. This is a slow burn movie, though.
But I would imagine at that time it would be filling the Japanese audience with dread as you see this giant moth-like creature slowly coming.
Oh, Mothra is a major hit in Japan, dude. It's a classic legend movie for them, yeah. And actually, I'm enjoying it. It's just because it's a slow burn doesn't mean it's bad. I'm enjoying the movie. It's interesting. It's different, right? Oh my God, this
Yeah.
poor baby. Leave it. Run. Yeah, that happens every day. Every day, that definitely happens. Yeah.
They secure everything except for the baby.
Well, no, because in reality, a mother would have the baby and screw the rest of the crap.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Unless that's the twin, then they don't really care.
Oh, that's right. We're going to kill it anyway. You're right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, no. No one will hear you scream, child. The torrent of water would be far too loud. Bachan! Bachan! That means old lady, by the way. Is he going to make it? Is he going to save the child in a 1961 movie? What do you think? What do you think? He's a star reporter. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? Oh, no.
Just in time.
Just in time. And what kind of basket is it? It looks like a basket full of adders. Goodness gracious.
Full of adders.
Well, right? Come on, dude. And besides, the Japanese have something very similar to a papoose that they use. They wrap the kid to the front of them, where the Indians would wrap it to the back of themselves. But it's very similar. You know what a papoose is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they just do it in the front, so the baby wouldn't have been in a basket anyway. And of course, these days we see these more modern strap-on type of papooses, and I see them all the time, every day. Japanese ladies got them still doing that, hanging kids on the front of them.
Nice.
Yeah. Someone's in the chicken. It's the fat kid. You go, fat kid. I knew he was going to be a hero. Damn, that kid. He we should make him a superhero character that can throw cars around. I think he looks like he should be able to throw cars around. Oh, cover yourselves. Wonder what they were doing there.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
I know, right? Hey, you want him to help you? Just do what you were doing earlier. The fat kid just hatched. Yeah. Look at that beautiful old car, though. That's the nice thing about these old flicks, too. We get to see these wonderful old cars that were just a normal thing at that time.
Grab them and put them down your pants, fat kids.
Grab them and put them down your pants, fat kid. Yeah, right? Nah, he's being. Oh my God, they're just they're amazingly agile and capable of holding their bodies at perfectly straight angles. They are badass. Oh goodness gracious, you guys and your fleshlight jokes. I don't know. Oh, you get him, fat kid. He got a headbutt in. That kid's awesome, dude.
Maybe that's not fat. Maybe that's just muscle.
Oh no. Yeah, stick your underwear in his mouth. Yeah, there you go. He's biting your finger. I love the fat kid now. He's on the list. Oh, here we go. Hey, I don't even know why she's in this movie. I mean, she's kind of useless, right?
Eye candy.
I don't know how eye candy ish she is, dude. But then again, there aren't any actually beautiful Japanese ladies in this movie.
Not too many. Not
No,
that I've
not
seen.
at all. Yeah, I haven't seen any yet. But that's okay. This has nothing to do with that, so it's fine. I can smell the fat kid has been taken. I can smell it.
It's
See, I knew
never
it.
okay to not have beautiful Japanese ladies around.
Uh, dude, I make sure that I at least have one around daily.
Aw.
See, I just called you a beautiful Japanese lady, and you didn't know it. She's looking at me sideways. All right, fine. I got my coffee though. Thank you, baby. Shinji, Shinji, fourth child.
Or death. Then shit itself.
Yeah, no, it can be either. But I do believe if we're going to choose between the fourth son, or the simply fourth child, and the death child, I'm pretty sure culturally they're going with four and not death. But hey, what do I know? This is how Chester wakes up to Nelly, right? Although I usually get woken up by kisses, so I prefer
Oh,
that method.
what a nice dog you have.
Yes, I know he is. His name is Oren. He's a schnauzer,
Schnauzer.
miniature schnauzer. It's actually a really good pet, a schnauzer. He's not particularly loud. Doesn't have any of that shedding problems because they have actual real hair, not fur.
Hmm.
Yeah, pretty smart dog too. I like the dog. He's about 10 or 11, so he's going to be dead soon. But hey,
That worm is what Booster looks like waking
my
up.
wife is saying he doy over here. you don't care about him. I love him. They gotta watch what I say when the wife is in the room on the weekends, huh?
Oh, now you're gonna have her paranoid.
No, no, she knows
Same
I'm
around.
playing, dude. Dude, she lives with me. She knows me, my sarcasm quite well.
Mobile gas destroyed.
True. The worm is what Booster looks like waking up. Well, if he'd stop drinking all that damn bourbon whilst working, that might help. Supposed to be weighing tomatoes. He's probably weighing, rocks or something like that. Poor company. Oh, well, actually, you're starting to get into some action here. It's interesting though, because how long is this movie? Because we don't have Mothra yet. We have Wormla. Actually, the old helicopters, they're really kind of cool looking, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, the modern ones are badass, but you know what I mean. Look at that model, man. I have to get JP4 in here. That is a beautiful painted model. Oh
There's just
no,
there's just something about those old vehicles, the aesthetic on them. Even
yeah,
cars back then they just look better.
they do. That's a nice little model city they built up. That little track you see in the middle would be a normal attachment to an elementary or junior high school or a school, right?
Right.
Tanks in the city. Well, they used a lot of models in this movie, huh? Even in the background, and they did the great models and matte paintings in this movie, dude. I don't think young people would have much patience for this old stuff, but I love it, man, because I've actually built quite a few models in my life. That is hard work, dude.
Oh, that was a sloppy edit.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. The amount of hours that went into preparing these models, dude. He's just standing there. This
And
is
we're
old blue screen, yeah.
still not to Mothra.
No. This is Wormla.
Let's
And
take care.
yeah. Oh, yeah. You know the interesting in all these old movies, Japanese always throw tanks at it. Always throwing tanks at it. And we saw in the last Godzilla movie, there was actually, the Shin Gojira that George was talking about. We saw the homage with the big tank attack, actually, to the old movies. The rocket launchers, yes. But my point is, the Japanese actually don't have many tanks. Actually, they're mainly in their Air Force and Navy is a real strong thing.
Well, aren't they limited too by what they're allowed to have?
Well, kinda, but America's limiting them, so not so much. But actually, I
Got
think
it.
Japan
Eh,
is the yeah, exactly. But I think Japan's like the not counting the American installments. I think Japan is the fifth largest or most powerful army on the planet, something like that. Can you check
Wow.
that, Denali? I think they're
Army or Air Force or Navy?
no, the
Or
whole thing, the
Armed
military,
Forces?
the self-defense force is what it's called.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, sounds like the military in Canada. We have a Sea King helicopter in the west coast and a Sea King helicopter on the east coast.
That's right. Safe.
That's it.
Yeah, but see, you guys don't need a military because America has it, right? And a
But
lot of countries play that game, right? They blame America for a lot of crap, but in the end, America's the one that's protecting their borders. America's the one that's giving them for their pharmaceutical medicines, et cetera, et cetera. It's just funny how you take with one hand and then complain with the other, right?
I know it's sickening. I mean, yeah, we do
Yeah.
benefit from hanging out right beside the biggest bully on the planet.
That's true. Okay, yeah.
That was
Yeah,
always.
fifth.
Go ahead.
Yep, you were right, Chester. They're
Fifth.
the fifth.
Yeah.
That was always my rule growing up. If I couldn't beat the guy up, he was my friend. So I always made sure.
That's logic. That's the
Yep,
logic. The logic of the male.
that's
Look at
right.
that. Look at that old I love the models they've done here, dude. And it's cool too because we know modern day Tokyo is this big, beautiful city, but this is what Tokyo looked like at that time. It was very simple. It was, and that tower that they built here, this copy of the Eiffel Tower. I know it's a copy. It really dominated the landscape. Where these days it kind of gets lost in it. But with a new sky tree that they built, that thing is a beautiful monument. And at least it's finally something original in Japanese.
So you're saying they're actually starting to use their own culture instead of just appropriating cultures?
They are, yeah, because they do that. The Japanese copy everything. They're
Hey, I
like
mean, it's
this.
worked out for them. Look how they've modernized because of it.
Oh yeah. No, they're really good at mimicking. They're good at mimicking, and when they make it, they tend to make it better than other people do, and smaller, right? Because they're all small here, so they make it for their own size. But they really are good at that, dude. Yeah, Mothra still hasn't shown. I know,
In
right?
his own movie. This is about as bad as the recent Godzilla movie, where it took forever to get us a full shot of Godzilla.
Yeah, this is a very famous movie, though. Interestingly, and I am enjoying it. But when we watched Gojira, the original Gojira, that
Mhm.
moved us. There were many moments in that movie we just couldn't speak. It was
Yeah,
so emotionally moving. That was
it's
that
fantastic
was a
cinematography.
shockingly impressive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
It holds up. Even though, I mean, obviously the special effects
way.
are great, but the
Mhm.
everything else holds up fantastically.
Yeah. What I'd really like to, when they talk about remakes, what I'd really like to see is a shot-for-shot remake of the original Godzilla. I mean,
Hmm.
shot for shot, make that exact movie, just update the graphics.
No, no, not shot for shot. They just go in and remaster it with the new Godzilla in
Yeah,
there.
that's fine. Yeah, that'd be fine too. Oh my God, baby, Tokyo Tower is coming down. Daijobu, she said.
Mothra,
Mothra down. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Wormla down. Yosh. Hey, hold your fire. Worm on its back. I know there's a joke there somewhere. Yes, not really, baby, but I get you. Yeah, she's showing me pictures of Japanese moths now to prove to me how creepy they are.
Your wife's so adorable, it's ridiculous.
She is. What do you think I married her for? Uh-oh, the silk. It's a silkworm.
It's a Spider-Man worm.
I know, right?
This is where he
Well,
got the idea from.
okay, now she's showing me pictures of American moths and how beautiful and colorful they are. And she's right, they are very colorful. But we also have this word in English. It's called cool. And moths are cool.
Except for when
Cool.
they get all up in your hair and stuff, then no, they gotta go. Get out of here, moths.
Yeah, but it's an interesting cultural thing. Tokyo is burning again. God, poor Tokyo.
Tokyo can't catch a break.
No, dude. Isn't it amazing how he knows what's going to happen with this Mothra thing? And here we go. It's cocooning itself. Now you would think they would take the opportunity to murder it while it's in its cocoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those girls are going to be dead by now.
Well, maybe they don't need oxygen.
Maybe they're mutant miniature gods. Yeah.
They are telepathically linked to a giant moth monster god creature thing.
True.
Why would they stop shooting at it? It's clearly still alive.
Well, this is the boss of the newspaper,
Yeah.
and he's upset because this Mothra thing isn't important at all. Nelson is the only news. He's the news. What are you doing here? What's giant worm thing? That's not important. That's what he said, by the way, and he was being quite irate about it. Yo Pope Thunder. People actually what's the one about wearing hats indoors? Oh, they're talking about stuff over here on the outside. I wasn't paying attention. I do apologize. Um, um, basically, just like in Western culture, you're not supposed to wear hats inside. You're not supposed to wear shoes inside. It's just culture. That's true, Gus. Most of Japanese folklore and literature was held in the Kojiki, and the Nihon Shoki also has a lot of stuff. But the Japanese just don't know it. They don't read it. They have no clue. It is what it is. Wow, it looks like a peanut.
It probably is a peanut that they smooth over.
Maybe, yeah.
Smoothed
Now,
out.
oh, look, they have new technology that was built and created in less than 24 hours. Japan.
Oh boy, they have commentators.
Yeah, of course, of course. Actually, dude, in the original Gojira we watched, one of the really moving moments was that reporter standing at the top of the Tokyo Tower, reporting, knowing he's going to die, and continuing reporting until his death. That was a moving moment, actually.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times they're going to have to rebuild this stupid tower.
They become quite efficient in rebuilding it.
I did just think of something though. Right before the new Godzilla comes out, that week before that, we should watch Godzilla, the recent one, the recent movie.
Well, you're talking about the one that had Cranston in it, right? You're not talking about that Shin Gojira, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
the Western one.
Yeah, there was a lot of salt around that movie, but I don't know. I liked it. I thought overall it was pretty good.
Yeah, me too.
I know, yeah, people want to see more Godzilla, but
I
I
think
thought it was pretty well done.
I think a lot of the Japanese people, when they first watched that version of Godzilla, they said, "Oh, he's fat Godzilla" because of his neck.
Yeah, no, true. But the Japanese don't hate that movie like they do the one that came out in the '90s with the you
97,
know,
Matthew
yeah,
Brock.
yeah, Matthew Roderick. Yeah, they hate that thing, dude. And it's not a Godzilla movie at all. It's just basically a giant T Rex in New York movie, right?
Yeah.
Need you, Bio Mai.
This just looks like a bad plan. This is exactly what it looks like when somebody's got a bad plan.
Yep, yep. Yo, sa, ni, itch. Ooh, good effect though. Nice effect.
Rotoscoping at its finest.
So what is that supposed to be exactly? Just radiation or
I guess some super weapon the military brought out. They probably mentioned it. We just weren't paying enough attention. Yes, they're roasting peanuts. I do like roasted peanuts. But it's a good effect, though. I mean, you
I
got to
hate
remember this is 1961, so this movie was made in 58, 59, 60, right?
hmm
It's pretty good effects for the time.
Now you're gonna make me go buy some more peanuts tomorrow.
Yeah. Actually, it's one of the things I can't eat much of. I had a bit of a sugar scare some 7, 8 years ago or something like that, and I tried. And the first thing I did was cut out sweets. It didn't do anything, et cetera, et cetera. I finally found out it was peanuts because I love peanuts. But I cut them out of my diet and it helped a lot.
Really?
Yeah, sucks, huh? Japanese wrong about this supposed black hole discovery. Have you guys been seeing that science news?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's that?
They supposedly discovered a black hole.
Oh yeah, it was discovered by a woman too.
Of
No,
course. Yeah.
that's a lie that the media is telling.
Yeah,
There
it's not a. It's probably not a black hole.
217
There's no evidence of black holes at all.
scientists from
Yeah,
like 40 different countries that
yeah.
did it. She just got all the credit because she's woman.
Well, that's fine. But I don't know that it's actually a black hole, right?
Neither do I.
Because the simple fact of the matter is, and they're showing Einstein right here on this new show right now. But the thing is, Einstein, I told this before, but that paper that led to black holes was a doodle of his, and he was not being serious about it. He told them it wasn't complete, and they just have not stopped running with it.
Mm.
I don't know what that thing they found is, and hey, you never know. But yeah, I'm very dubious. Wahaha! I love how they do the evil laugh in this movie. It's so unevil. I mean, come on, I can do better than that. It's a lot better, right? Uh oh. Uh oh. You went and ticked it off now. Here we go.
You done
Mothra
did it
coming out.
now.
Yeah. Atomic heat rays, gamma beams, one or the other. Yeah. Look how colorful and furry she is. Space Peanut is ready. Now, this is a process that should take hours, and it's done.
Obviously, the gamma rays sped it up, Chester. Come on.
That's true. That's true.
Get
But
with your 60s sci-fi.
well, you do realize you're not supposed to help those things out because it makes them weak. Oh my
Gamma
god,
rays do everything in the 60s in sci-fi.
this
Everything.
is true.
They can do anything you want.
They create a Hulk too.
Yes.
Look at the mechanics on the side of the Mothra there. That's kind of cool. Damn. Hurricane winds. The good thing about the new movie that's coming out is we are going to see Mothra full and beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And Rodan's in it, looks like.
Yep. And of course, Kingo Ghidorah.
Oh, Ghidorah.
Yes.
I think Gamera is also there.
I love it.
Gamura? I didn't.
Gamera.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's
There's
an
a-
all-out battle. All the big names are coming out.
Well, it's basically a remake of Monster Island, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's do it. We have the technology now to make it look amazing. Let's make it look amazing.
Mhm.
Well, back then, I'm sure this did look amazing to everybody. They were probably blown away.
I'm sure they were. Yeah. That's a very popular movie for a reason. And I mean, in all honesty, the plot is fine, the story is fine, the acting is acting. And shut up, dude. He slapped you in the face. I'd knock his ass out.
And he said it in English as well.
He did. Yeah. Look at old Pan America. Look at that.
Is there a Japanese word for shut up?
Shaturapu.
Yeah. Well, I know there are certain, like okay, like that's an English
Oh, they
saying.
use
that
a lot of
Gurusai?
it. Yes.
Would it be Gurusai?
I call it English. And they use a lot of it. Yeah. Usually they won't say shut up directly. They will simply say you're being noisy. So urusei, urusai. They don't. Japanese don't usually say things so direct like that. Now I'm sure they have a. I actually don't know offhand. How do you say "shut up" directly in Japanese, baby? Huh? I can't hear you. Zanmare, damare, damare, damare. But they usually wouldn't say that though. I don't know that I've heard that used. They basically say "urusai," meaning you're being
They're not
noisy.
going to say it to you, Chester. You're Godzilla to them. You're going to eat
This
them.
is true, but no, it's just not a Japanese way of doing things, dude.
I know.
Yeah. It's
Japanese
like the
people are very smart. They're not going to literally poke the bear.
no, they don't. They don't poke the bear. But you know how early in this movie, one of the Nelson's guys was pushing the female reporter about, and she was like "urusai," she said to him, right? And they translated it as "you're being rude," right?
Right.
But Maze Bailey, she says that was very noisy of you,
Hmm.
is what she was really saying.
Interesting.
They can't hit the broadside of a barn. No, dude, in these movies, the Japanese are horrible pilots and bombardiers and such. True.
Which they're not really. They're actually very efficient.
They are. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Actually, in World War II, the Zero Sen, the Japanese fighter jet was, or fighter plane, sorry, was an incredible machine flown by incredibly talented people. It wasn't really until we brought out the later Mustangs and things like that we started getting an advantage over them technically.
Hmm. Plus, we had the means to mass produce the Mustangs.
We did, and that's what General Yamamoto warned about. He says, "Do not wake the sleeping giant."
Hmm. Well, they woke us.
They did, yeah. Because we were able to, like the Sherman tank, everyone wants to talk about, ooh, the Sherman tank's so awesome. No, actually, it's not awesome at all. It's
No.
kind of crap.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
pretty
but
garbage.
yeah, but we could make tons and tons of them, and they were so simple that we could repair them very easy. Whereas, like,
Right.
say, the German tanks were these amazing miracle machines, but they were masterpieces, but they were hard to repair on the fly. Right?
Yep.
Nelson's dead.
Oh, it's a shame. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah. Oh no, let's all go to this orphanage church thing and stand with guns. Look at these models. Oh. Now these are not as beautifully detailed as the other ones. Wonder if they were getting tight on budget.
Probably.
No, seriously, look at them. They're not as well painted, or these are much more generic models, right?
Hmm.
It's interesting.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah, they did. They did kind of look like Hot Wheels.
Yeah, no, it looks like maybe budget issues because the previous stuff was beautifully painted models.
Hmm. Oh no! Not the drugstore.
Drugstore in Japan. Drugstore. Okay.
That building had bombs already planted. See how it caved in
Oh,
on its footprint?
God, 9/11 reference. Um, But actually, I was joking. I just drove by yesterday a big, huge store in Nobioka that said "Drug Store Mori."
English dominates the world.
It does. It does. Yes. Which may hey gives me a business, dude.
Yeah,
I'm very happy for that. What's the Russian doing there? You see that Russian?
filthy Russian.
I know, dude.
Rusky.
Damn commies. Yes, let's take them out and let them sing again. Let's do that. Oh, okay. Give them some air. There goes the neighborhood, right?
Are they supposed to be in America now? Did we miss that?
No, no, no. They're in Tokyo.
English speaking part of Tokyo?
Oh no, we're not. We're in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. They went after him, and
Okay.
he had
Yeah,
traveled to New York. So
he ran to America. Gotcha.
I get it. So Mothra is attacking New York now, and this must be in front of that weird made-up country's embassy.
Right.
So
No,
basically,
he did you
Mothra
see
has to
that? It's
go.
supposed to be Newark. Did you see that? Newark. It badly spelled. Oh
Well,
no,
for
they're
the
going after
future,
Ethan.
wait a minute.
Huh?
So Mothra had to fly over in the entirety of the United States to get to New York.
I guess so. Well, this is Newark, technically. But look at the sun, the symbolism of the cross. So obvious stuff. So maybe that's what it was. They had to create a model of Newark, uh, and that is why they didn't really. Maybe they couldn't get the job done quick enough or something.
Hmm.
Or maybe they saw New York or as being a more clean thing. I don't know. It's interesting.
Well, back then, New York probably was very.
Yes, you're right. They were in the Pan America plane a moments ago. We just were talking, not paying attention. You're right, dude. That's our fault. Oh, let's do it.
Jeez.
Oh my god, that was really bad Japanese, dude. Yatte marasha. Oh god. It's all up to God now. Yes, you pray with your hands clutched like that. Go ahead. Yeah, there you go. Let's. You're not even Catholic. You're not even Catholic,
Cultural appropriation.
and especially because that's not a Catholic church you're standing in front of, right? That was certainly a Protestant church, right?
Yeah, look Presbyterian to me.
Yeah, yeah. I love the models, dude.
That's how you know their budget was definitely getting low.
Yeah.
Because why would
Look
the
at the clock. Look at the clock. Yeah, no, I think they ran into budget problems here, huh?
looks that way?
Yeah. So basically, Mothra's only attack really is just wind, and
Yep.
it's effect, and it's a good enough, I guess, right?
Hurricane force winds.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
As it
Silk too.
Yeah, no, we see that in Monster Island when the two wormlas are attacking Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, is that's supposed to be the Brooklyn Bridge? Some no, no, that's stupid. That's the Newark Bridge.
nobody cares about New Jersey.
No, no one does. That's something they didn't understand. America hates New Jersey.
It's true. It's true.
George Washington Bridge.
Maybe, yeah. Actually, I thought the George Washington was connecting Rhode Island and Massachusetts. Actually, maybe there's more than one. There probably is. The George Washington. Oh yeah, no, there you go. Must be what it is. Oh look, we went to Mexico. I mean, right?
Yeah, those are very. What's going on with the color behind Moth? What's going on there?
I don't know. I think a lot. We're seeing a lot of the oldness of the film starting to pour through. It's just the age. She actually didn't say it's coming this way. She said that should we stay here? That's what
Yeah.
she. Okay, so let's run up and go stand next to the giant moth. It's pretty safe. They don't have teeth or nothing.
Right. It's gonna be all cool.
That was a cool landing, actually. So demure, like a Japanese lady, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I do love the demureness of the Japanese women. Actually, it's something that Western women have lost. I watch some of these shows on Netflix, and the girls are always these nasty, mean bitches. Yeah.
Yes.
Sayonara. And by the way, this sayonara word that, of course, Westerners know this word, but it actually means goodbye for a long time. It's not something you would say to someone you're going to see tomorrow or next week. It's literally something that is talking about it'll be a long time before we see each other again, or if at all.
So
Literally,
you
goodbye. Literally,
so you reserve that for the Japanese mother-in-law.
exactly. Yes, yes. Although my mother-in-law is really nice, I'm happy with my mother-in-law. She's a nice lady.
Well,
Mothra ate them.
You know, this is hilarious. Mothra is a humongous beast, and these girls are midgets.
I want to see the
Mothra
shot
is,
of them waving from the bed of fur. Come on now. I want to see it. And now all of a sudden the wings are not creating hurricane winds? Huh?
no, it's just gliding gracefully like a.
Mothra is Jesus. She died for our sins and was reborn. Hey, all right then. I didn't get a picture. Oh, ha 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 ha. Everyone laugh, even though you don't know what they're talking about. Ha 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 ha. Back to Monster Island. Or Infant Island.
Yeah.
Oh. We're all singing in front of our giant moai. I do love that matte paintings though. They got some really nice ones. You know, a movie that did amazing matte paintings was Escape from New York with Kurt Russell. That has
Oh
really
yeah.
good matte paintings in it. Oh, oh! We couldn't read it all. Now we can. Oh, wow! Across the cross symbol has been around for a very long time. It's actually rather appropriated by Constantine, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the interesting thing about a cross that a lot of people don't know, if you go ahead and cut yourself out a cross, and then you'll find very quickly you can make a box.
Oh yeah, 6 sides.
Yep. But actually, it folds into a box perfectly because that's what it is. It's a splayed open box. It is yet another Saturnal image.
All right. There you go.
Yes. Now,
It's
Mothra.
done.
What do we think, guys? What does everybody think watching the Mothra here? It's not Gojira. It certainly
No.
wasn't equal. No, but it was fun though.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So now that I've seen this in color and with unedited Japanese, uh,
Hmm.
basically Mothra is just you. He's doing his own thing. He wakes up, he looks for the girls, and then goes home.
Yep.
While everyone around him freaks out and
Yep.
causes
Yep.
more damage than they should have.
Well, we get an amens and praise the sun in here. You guys are right. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish we watched the black and white version actually. Because I mean, I don't know, but I remember Mothra being in black and white. Therefore, this must be colorized, unless there's an earlier Mothra movie. But they can't be. This is the original, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So they must
This
have
is the
colorized this movie. No.
Another thing that's interesting is we give Marvel, and rightly so, a lot of credit for the MCU and creating this big universe. But really, when you think about it, Japan was doing that long before them
Well,
with the Godzilla
where, do-
universe.
where do you think Stan Lee was getting his ideas from, man?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm going to jump out of rabbit and go back over to the main page. And but anyway, so but yeah, no, of course, the world is influencing what Stan Lee was writing, and I'm sure he was like with everybody was into all the Japanese movies and things that were coming out at the time. Now, Stan, of course, did believe like with Kirby and the rest of them, he did fight in the war, right? But nevertheless, I mean, still, they were paying attention to what pop culture they had to have been.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sure these Japanese movies were influencing them.
Oh,
Oh
definitely.
yeah.
No, how's your father has a good question over here. I don't know how long ago we put it in here, but he says, Chester, is the new Godzilla movie a sequel to one from the several years ago? I believe so. I believe it is a sequel. I think they're continuing the story from what they did. They're kind of in essence trying to retell the Godzilla mythos. I thought the first movie was fine. I know there's like I said, there's quite a bit of salt around it, more than I think it deserves. But it's it is relaunching the Godzilla concept, nevertheless. And this new movie, because we don't know what it's going to be until we see it, but damn, it looks good, man. It looks really good.
It looks fantastic. There's like I've been saying from the beginning, they give me a good solid 20 minutes to a half hour of monsters beating the crap out of each other, and I really don't care what they do with the rest of the movie.
Yeah, that's true. Right, right, and we might even get more than that. I think we're going to get good chunks of monsters being introduced and just kind of coming out of mountains and stuff and flying about. But I'm imagining we're going to get at least 20, 30 minutes of just full on Royal Rumble, right?
That'd be
Right.
great.
Yeah, yeah. The
It,
trailers
you
are
try
cool. Let's go there. Yeah.
what I imagine or what I want is basically people trying to harness the monster for their own purposes, and it goes all out of control.
Well, we see that in the court hearing where Watanabe since they kind of mocking him, and they
Uh,
say that what do you want to make Godzilla our pet? And he's like, no, we shall be his.
yeah,
Which, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
which is kind of funny because it's like the same premise of that arcade game back in the '90s, Primal Rage, I think, with the
Primal
robot.
Rage, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
or just Rampage. But actually, have you guys seen the new Netflix Godzilla series, the animated one?
Yes.
No,
Yeah, it's in the
haven't.
future, and Godzilla is the enemy, right? And the
Right.
humans are had to escape Earth, and they're trying to come back now. It's not a bad little series, actually. I kind of like it.
It's an interesting take on it. I
It
actually
is.
kind of like the Godzilla just being a force.
Hmm.
But at the same time, I don't mind him being king of the monsters because he's besides the first movie, all the movies after that, he was kind of a benevolent force.
They
He just
changed it. They made a shift
came to kick
into
the other monsters' asses. That was pretty much all he cared about.
yeah, it's true, right? But they did do a shift, a deliberate shift to make it for kids, right? Because at that time we were getting things like Ultraman and the Kamen Rider and the Gold Ranger type stuff was going on, and they really wanted to shift it to kids, and it was a smart move because they made a lot of money off of it, right? Um, uh, but it did absolutely change Godzilla from being this force of nature to being a friend to man, right?
Absolutely. And I don't mind that. I don't mind either of it, actually.
Yeah,
I don't even mind him as the bad guy. I just think if you're going to do the big series of movies, he can't stay the bad guy. I think he's too cool. That's really
yeah.
the problem.
Hey,
People
I'll be
want
back. I'll be back in a minute. You guys handle it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the other thing we could do is watch the Attack on Monster before the Monster Island before the new one comes out.
yeah, we
That
could. I just think we've been planning on watching Infinity War
yeah,
before the next one comes out. I think it'd be cool to keep that going.
sure.
Like we already watched John Wick 1, but we could watch 2 before John Wick 3 comes out because all that's coming here in the next month and a half. So
Oh yeah, we're like, was it 10, 12 days from Infinity War?
yes, Endgame. Yep.
Endgame.
So it's all coming. It's going to be a big early part of the summer anyway. I don't know what's coming later on, but the first, because technically we're already in the summer season of movies, even though it's not summer. But it's all coming, and it's going to be a big year. Hollywood's expecting to have a huge year this year. So hopefully they deliver. I'm getting kind of leery about Endgame, but we'll see what happens.
Yep. So I guess we can watch the Infinity War next Saturday.
Sure. Oh yeah,
And
that would be
then-
next week, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, it is coming.
Yep.
Oh man, it's crazy, crazy.
Crazy.
And then you have, like we were talking about, we have the new Godzilla movie. It's called King of the Monsters, right? Isn't that what it's called?
I think. Yeah, that's the new one.
Yeah,
And
Godzilla
then-
King of the Monsters, which is awesome. It looks fantastic. I'm really excited to see, obviously, the return of Godzilla, but just what they do with all the other monsters. Because Godzilla looked great in the first one. I thought I loved it.
Yeah.
He was way bigger than he ever been before, but that's all right. And it would be nice to see where they take it, what they do with it.
Yeah. I mean, isn't he like about 3 times or 4 times bigger than the original Godzilla?
Oh yeah, he's considerably much larger than the other ones, which is, like I said, that's awesome. I don't mind that at all. Even the fight scenes in the first one were great. There wasn't a ton of them between
I think that's why everybody was salty. It was like they had to wait like till like the last 10 minutes of the movie to actually
right.
watch Godzilla. It's like we were like, we want Godzilla now.
Especially that ending scene. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. I don't know how you haven't by now if you want to, but where he breathes his atomic breath down the other one's throat. That's so cool. That was one of the coolest scenes I've ever seen in a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, totally unexpected.
Yeah.
So.
It was a very, very cool move. I hope I don't know, I don't think they're gonna go the kill Godzilla route in this one. They might. They might. They've got all of his big hitters there, so if anyone's gonna take him out, it'll be one of them.
Or it'll be like 2 factions, one behind Godzilla and the other one behind King Ghidorah.
Right.
And then the next one is going to be Mecha Godzilla.
They're trying to resurrect Godzilla with a Mecha Godzilla. That would be a twist. No one would see that coming for sure.
We need a protector. We will rebuild him.
We would build him.
And then it's the son of Godzilla fighting his
You know what? A really cool twist is that Godzilla gets so hurt and damaged that they actually use bionics to rebuild him.
Ooh.
To make him better, faster, stronger.
The $6 million Godzilla.
That's right.
There's a movie I'm surprised has not actually been remade. That's shocking to me that they haven't tried to do the Bionic Man.
Well, they said they were going to do it with Mark Wahlberg and then call it $6 billion man. But the problem is the technologies today is so on par with what was fantasized back in the 70s.
Hmm.
It doesn't make any sense anymore. It'll be it will literally be a joke.
Yeah.
And then how close is the $6 million man to anything that we see in the superhero movies now?
Right. Well, we also have technology that basically has created very similar things. I mean, they're not obviously not as powerful, but we have bionic legs and arms that can
Oh
do
yeah,
very articulate. In fact,
yeah. I mean, if you have enough money in your health insurance, you can get a nice bionic arm that does everything like a normal hand does,
hmm
all through the nerve endings, on your stubby forearm. What's it? Not forearm, bicep.
Mhm.
right, absolutely.
Cool. I am back, by the way.
Hello, Chester.
Shock.
Huh.
Chester, we both, Denali and I, kind of just realized that next week is Infinity Endgame.
Yeah.
Are we going to watch? The plan was to watch Infinity War, right?
Yeah. No, I think so. We will go just before it comes out, or as it comes out. That Bunny Vision. We're going to watch Endgame. Excuse me, Infinity War. Why not? It's a great movie.
It is a good movie. It's might be the best. The more I watch it, the more I am impressed with it. Of
Oh
the
no,
Marvel.
no. I think it is the best Marvel movie made. It might not necessarily be your favorite one, but it is the best one as far as
It
just
is really good.
filmmaking. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
totally agree. I totally agree. It was like watching five different movies all play out in one movie, and they all had their own signature feel to it. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. But so yeah, next week I guess we will be watching the Avengers Infinity War. Awesome movie, and that'll be fun. And we can all say together Wakanda when it comes up.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. It's funny. Actually, the Japanese kind of get a kick out of that. I actually occasionally will see some. They don't say Wakanda forever though. They usually just say Wakanda. It's funny. Because they thought it was just almost a joke. But then again, there's a lot of things in that movies that are kind of a joke. But nevertheless, we shan't pick on Black Panther any more than it needs, I suppose.
Right.
Anyway, thank you guys very much for coming and joining us. That was a lot of fun watching Mothra. It's been a long time since I've seen that. I was literally a kid. So that was kind of a nice bit of nostalgia. And we're definitely going to jump out of here. Keep in mind that, of course, tomorrow is our TFT Tinfoil Talk, and we will be talking about UFOs. So not only coming and joining us for that conspiracy theory talk, that show's great, by the way. We're getting a lot of people coming watching it. Seems that you guys are really enjoying it, so thank you. But if you, and also keep in mind, if you want to be on that show and talk about UFOs, dude, just check me out. Yes, John, just send me a link, and after I get out of here, I'll jump over and talk to you, dude. No problem. So yeah, just drop it in the wherever you guys want to put it. Now I'll come over. But nevertheless, Denelli, take us out, dude.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for Bunny Vision Movie Night. We had just finished watching Mothra. Come and join us next Saturday when we're going to be watching the Infinity War for the build up to End Game that will be coming up, I think, the week afterwards. So that'll be pretty awesome. Join us tomorrow for Tinfoil Talk with the UFOs conspiracy. And then we continue on with, the new week with Comics News Today. But as
Yes.
always, your perception shapes your reality. So always make it a good one.
Namaste.
I must say.
Later, guys.
Aloha.